We are just starting the second half. We'll have some words about that with Coach Jerry Myers in just a moment. The Raiders are coming in at 15-13 through their first 28 games and 2-4 in conference plays through the first two series. The Raiders dropped 2 out of 3 to Dallas Baptist on the road, and last weekend dropped 2 out of 3 at home to FIU. Liberty coming in at 19-11 overall. They're 2-4 in the conference, and they dropped 2 out of 3 on the road to Jacksonville a week ago after losing their first series at home to New Mexico State, who took 2 out of 3 from the Flames. Middle Tennessee under Coach Jerry Myers in his third year, and Liberty under a first-year coach, Bradley LeCroy, who for the last 2 years was the head coach at Virginia Commonwealth, and who has a background that goes very deep into college baseball. In fact, he was an assistant 15 years at Clemson, and you'll notice this team will have some Clemson ties, especially with their coaching staff. He was also a 3-year assistant at the University of Tennessee, starting in 2008 through 2011. So it's Middle Tennessee and Liberty meeting for only the second time in baseball history between the two. Liberty had been a member of another conference earlier, and they joined Conference USA last year and took 2 out of 3 from the Raiders in Murfreesboro back on March 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. Liberty won the first game 11-6, and the Raiders won the memorable second game of the series 10-0. That was when Chandler Alderman pitched the 8-inning no-hitter, which was stopped after 8 because of the 10-run rule. The Raiders took that game 10-0, but then Liberty came back with a vengeance in the third game and won that game 25-9. So Liberty holds a 2-1 edge over the Blue Raiders in the all-time series. The Flames at home this year are 14-4, 1-2 in the conference. The Raiders on the road this year only 1-4, 1-2 in conference play. That'll set the stage for you. We are at Worthington Field on the campus of Liberty University. This is a sparkling new stadium. I say new. I think it was built about 2011. They've added a lot to it since then. It is an all-turf field, and with a little bit smaller dimensions down the foul lines than we have at home, but about the same in center and left and right center field. We're going to take a 2-minute break. When we come back, I'll be talking to Blue Raider head coach Jerry Myers about this series and what it means to the Blue Raiders. Right now, 2 minutes on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
Coach, we are officially starting the second half of the season with this game. Now, we're still early in the conference season, but our season's halfway over.
Yeah, I told the guys this morning before we got on the bus, the month of April is crucial because it's time to make some separation, and it's all about toughness. People have injuries, people have adjustments that they've had to make up to this point, and the month of April is going to tell a lot. It's going to separate a lot, and we need to be ready to answer the task.
Well, we've had some nagging injuries and some that have affected our lineup. So I guess that's one of the burdens of a head coach is to figure out how to get around that.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is. You got to navigate injuries always. Everyone does, and we're no different at this point in time. But you hopefully have prepared those that need to step up or move a position or take on more responsibility in terms of their role on the mound, whatever it may be. But it's not something that is unique to our situation. We just have to deal with it and be prepared for it, and I feel confident we are.
Well, we've managed one win in our first two conference series, so obviously we've got to do a little better than that, and I guess it starts this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to take one at a time. They're all hard to win. So if we can either do what we did last weekend, win game one, and put ourselves in position to play a close one on Saturday, we got to come out with a series win before we go into that third game. But that being said, what's behind us is behind us. We're just trying to play our best baseball today.
Every season, you have some players who step up and maybe do things that you weren't expecting, and then you have others who don't do as much as you were expecting. So any players that you want to bring out that's really stepped to the front?
I mean, I think a lot of our guys have done a lot of good things in different situations individually. I mean, there's Clay Battleax has been huge for us, especially stepping in with injury and maybe not being in the starting lineup opening day, and then being in there for the bulk of this first half and really doing a tremendous job for us. Great kid, great work ethics, so I'm glad to see Clay make that huge contribution up to this point. Now he's banged up, and hopefully we get him back in there in a solidified role.
You really have to lean on some seniors with experience down the stretch, don't you?
Yeah, I think the age helps. Guys like Eston, I mean, he makes us go, and he's a glue guy. He keeps us together, and Eston Snyder can't be overlooked in terms of the impact that he's made on this club. And same thing, if you get a little bit older, that usually helps, but you got to be older and you also got to be good.
All right, what about your pitching this weekend now?
So Jenkins will go today. He's done a nice job. Trace Phillips being out. Trace won't go this weekend, obviously, and hopefully Jenkins can get us off to a good start, and we'll get Alderman and hopefully Horn back in there.
All right, Coach. Best of luck.
All right, thank you.
That's Coach Jerry Myers with his pregame comments, and we'll be back starting lineups next on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
And welcome back. We are at Worthington Field here on the campus of Liberty University, Middle Tennessee, and the Liberty Flames will play the first game of a 3-game series today, as the Raiders seeking to pick up a win here in the opening game. As Coach Meyer said on our interview, they got the first game against FIU last weekend, but were not able to win the other 2 games. So they had a chance to win a series, and now just need to push that a little bit farther and pick up a win here in game 1, give them a chance to win another series. Pitching matchups will be a pair of right-handers. Will Jenkins will pitch for the Raiders, and Dylan Mathewson will be on the mound for Liberty. We'll take a look at the starting lineups now, brought to you by Ascend Federal Credit Union, the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics. Show your MTSU pride with every purchase. Visit one of their 28 Middle Tennessee branch locations. Ask for your MTSU debit card. Learn more at ascend.org. For the Blue Raiders, the visiting team in this series, Eston Snyder will be in his familiar role as the leadoff man for the Raiders. He'll play center field. Brett Rogers will be in right field and bats second. Tyler Minnick does the catching and will hit third. Brett Von Dolan will be at first base and bat fourth. Clay Badalak is back in the lineup after missing a few games with a hamstring injury. He will start at third base and bat fifth. Designated hitter Kenny McKinley will bat sixth. Keaton Ray will be in left field and bat seventh. Cale Vinson gets the start at second base, and he will bat eighth. And Cooper Clapp will move over to shortstop and bat ninth. Matt Wolf, who injured himself in the latter part of the game against Lipscomb on Tuesday, is being held out of this one, although he did practice yesterday, and I think he was ready to play today. Just as a precautionary move, they will hold him out of this game today. On the mound will be the right-hander Will Jenkins. For Liberty, Cal Early will lead off and play second base. He's a freshman. Tanner Marsh, the shortstop, bats second. Jackson Sorensen at first base will hit third. Nick Barone in left field will bat fourth. Camden Troyer will be in right field and hit fifth. Michael Gibson, the designated hitter, bats sixth. Seth Christmas will be the catcher, hitting seventh. Landon Sicily at third base, another freshman. He will bat eighth. Michael Robertson in center field will bat ninth, and on the mound will be right-hander Dylan Mathewson. He is a junior. Mathewson will be making his 11th appearance, 11th start. So he has not missed a start this season, and he is the Friday night pitcher for Liberty. Will Jenkins, filling in for Tanner Phillips as the Friday night starter for the Raiders, will be making his third start, also his 11th appearance, but just his third start of the season, and pitched very well in his previous start, and that was that goes back a game or two. That was against Dallas Baptist in the third game of that series, which the Raiders won 12-6. Jenkins pitched 6 innings in that start, allowed 3 runs, all earned on 7 hits, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts, and he's been in at least one game in relief since then. So Will Jenkins, the senior right-hander, redshirt senior out of Knoxville, Tennessee. He is a grad transfer, previously pitched at Belmont, 5'10", 190. He will go for the Raiders tonight. 2 head coaches meeting with the umpires at home plate. Coach Bradley LeCroy, in his first year at Liberty, will go over the ground rules with both Coach Myers and the umpires, as this is the first game of the series. As we mentioned, this is an all-turf field. It's 325 down each line. That's about 10 feet shorter than it is at home. 395 to dead center, exactly the same as we have at Reese Smith Field. 371 to the power alleys in left and right center. So we're going to have a ceremonial first pitch. That'll give me a chance to look over at the weather and get that information for you. It's overcast and had a little light rain this morning. I think we're okay for this game. 78 degrees right now, the temperature. And we'll check the wind direction. Looks to be out of the southwest at 9 miles an hour. Skies are mostly cloudy. In fact, the Weather Channel says there is 100% cloud cover and 52% humidity. It's very, very warm for this early April date. And there is some rain lurking later this afternoon. That's the reason they set this game up 1 hour, to try to stay away from that rain. So the umpires taking their positions, Liberty getting ready to go on the field. We'll take a 1-minute break. 1 minute, and we'll be back with Blue Raider Baseball here on the Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the MTSU Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Reese Smith Jr. Field. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member service. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit www.mtemc.com to learn more. And that scoreboard, light it up, Blue Raiders.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
From the Blue Raider Network in Van Wagner College, it's time for Middle Tennessee State University baseball. Today's game is brought to you in part by Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Tim Page, and Chip Walters. State Farm Insurance and agent Deb Insel. Pepsi and your local Pepsi bottler. The Tennessee Highway Safety Office. And by Middle Tennessee State University. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Blue Raider Baseball.
And welcome back to Worthington Field here on the campus of Liberty University. Before we check the Flames defensively, we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Dick Palmer with you on a Friday afternoon in Virginia. Defensively for the Flames, around the infield, they will have Seth Christmas doing the catching, Landon Sicily at third base, Tanner Marsh, the shortstop. Cal Early will be at second, Jackson Sorensen at first, with Nick Barone in left field, Michael Robertson in center, Camden Troyer in right field. On the mound will be the right-hander Dylan Mathewson, who is making his 11th appearance, 11th start. He's 1-1 with a 4.38 earned run average, 37 innings. He's given up 33 hits, 22 runs, 18 earned. He's walked 17, struck out 58, has allowed 5 home runs. Opponents hitting .234 against the right-hander Mathewson. Raiders in their road gray uniforms, royal blue lettering, blue numerals on the black, blue caps, as Eston Snyder stands in to lead it off here in inning number 1. And Mathewson's first pitch is in there for a strike. Time of the game, 3:06, our official starting time. And the count is 1 strike to Eston Snyder. It's this one in the air down the right field line. Everybody on a long run. It's going to fall in for a base hit. Snyder fell down on his way to second. He's going to be out. Snyder stumbled on the turf between first and second, and he's limping coming off the field, and I don't like the looks of that. So that will go as a base hit and a 9-6 put out at second base for Snyder, who would have certainly legged out a double had he not fallen down. Strike called to Brett Rogers. Rogers batting in the number 2 spot, hitting .389, coming off a 5-for-5 game against Lipscomb. Strike 2 is called, and it's 0-2. Liberty in their powder blue uniforms, red numerals, as the ball skied out to left field, deep left field, and that is going to be out of the ballpark, I think, down the left field line. No, it stayed in the ballpark. Left fielder picked it up and returns it in, but was about 12 to 15 feet foul. So the count, strike 2 on Brett Rogers. And Mathewson with the pitch. Swung on and again fouled out of play, this time to the right. Rolls out onto the playing field, and their right fielder will have to retrieve it. It's just 325 down each line here, but it juts out to 371 in the power alley. Scoreboard is out in left center field behind the 371 sign outside the ballpark. And strike 3 called. So Mathewson has thrown nothing but strikes here in the first inning. And there are 2 outs with Tyler Minnick coming to the plate. And we certainly hope Eston Snyder is okay. So he was bitten by the turf monster between first and second, trying to leg out a double. First pitch to Minnick is low and outside for ball 1. That's the first pitch out of the strike zone that Mathewson has thrown. And comes back, and Minnick skies it out into right center field. Center fielder coming on. He'll make the call, and Robertson will take it for out number 3. So that's all in the first for the Raiders. No runs, 1 hit, and nobody left. We will go to the bottom of the first inning. Middle Tennessee nothing, and Liberty coming to bat. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the bottom of the first inning where we're concerned about Eston Snyder. He did go back out in the field. He is in center field. Defensively for the Raiders, Tyler Minnick is behind the plate. Clay Badalak back in the lineup today is at third. Cooper Clapp moves over to play shortstop in the absence of Matt Wolf. And at second base will be Cale Vinson. I think this is Cale's first start of the season. No, I'm sorry, he has started 5 games previous, so it's his 6th start of the season. He's at second base, and at first base will be Brett Von Dolan. Keaton Ray is in left field, Eston Snyder back in center, and Brett Rogers is in right. Cal Early, second baseman, will lead it off for Liberty. He's a left-handed hitter. Carries a .304 average into the game with 1 home run. I think I mentioned the uniforms of the Flames. They look like Philadelphia Philly uniforms with that powder blue and the red numerals, red caps. First pitch from Will Jenkins, in for a strike. 0-1 to the left-handed hitter. Gabriel Colon is the home plate umpire. Pitch is outside, ball 1. First base umpire is Brad Moffitt. Terrence Jones is the third base umpire. 1-1 to Early. Will Jenkins delivers, misses outside for ball 2, 2-1. Jenkins will not blow you away with his velocity, but he can get up in the high 80s, and he does throw a cutter, which is his out pitch. There's a strike called, and it's 2-2. So he'll hit 87 to 89 with the cutter. And if it's working for him, as it was against Dallas Baptist, he can put some innings up. Pitch is outside, ball 3. So it's 3-2 on the first batter for the Flames, Cal Early. And the 3-2 pitch on the way, lined into left center field. That's a base hit. Snyder's trying to cut it off. He does so, gets it back in, but that is going to be a stand-up double for Early, as the first batter reaches for Liberty here in the first inning. Lined it past the shortstop, Clapp into left center. And by the time Snyder got over there to cut it off, Early was well on his way to second base. So the first hit for the Flames. Leadoff batter for each team gets a base hit. Here is Tanner Marsh, the shortstop. Marsh, a right-handed hitter, sophomore. And Jenkins, just one batter into the game, will pitch out of the stretch. Checks the runner at second and delivers pitch inside for ball 1. Marsh hitting .292. He is from Asheboro, North Carolina. Jenkins glances back at second. He bunts. That's a foul ball. It's going to roll back behind the plate. Liberty playing a little bunt and run here in the first inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. Marsh, in his second year with the Flames, made the all-freshman team in Conference USA a year ago. Where's number 1 on the back of that blue uniform? 1 ball and 1 strike. Jenkins with the pitch. Check swing. And he went. The ball popped out of Minnick's mitt, and he recovered it quickly. The runner could not advance. The count will go to 1-2 on Tanner Marsh. Sorensen, the first baseman, a left-handed hitter, is on deck. Softball, final score, the Lady Raiders defeat Liberty 8-2 in the first game of the series. That is Liberty's first loss at home this season. They had been 11-0, and they are ranked in the top 25 in the country. So a good win for the Lady Raider softball team. Sorensen skies it into right field. Rogers moving over toward the line will make the catch. The runner tags, and he will advance to third as the throw comes in. So that is a productive out for Marsh as he advances the runner from second to third. So the runner at third with one out for Jackson Sorensen. That softball game is being played across campus. Both of our teams are here this weekend to take on the Flames. Sorensen, the first baseman, a left-handed hitter, .299 on the year with 9 home runs. Runner at third, one out. First pitch, outside, ball one. Jenkins keeping the ball away from this big guy. 6 feet, 225 out of Idaho Falls, Idaho. Junior college transfer in his first year with the Flames. The pitch, swing and a miss. The count will go to 1-1. No score in case you're just joining us. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Middle Tennessee and the Liberty Flames from Lynchburg, Virginia. Glad to have you along with our broadcast. 1-1 to Sorensen. Takes the pitch outside for ball two, and it's 2-1. It's a warm day, a little bit of a muggy day. Humidity was a little over 50% at game time. 78 degrees. The pitch, check swing and a strike, and it's 2-2. And that might have been the cutter over the outside part of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Boy, that's a nice scoreboard in left center field. You can read the numbers. Here's the 2-2 pitch just outside, ball 3. So for the second time in the first 3 batters, Jenkins has gone 3-2. Runner at third, one out. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Jenkins out of the stretch, delivers, and a foul to the screen. Going to drop down into the Flames dugout. Well, this is a beautiful facility. First time here for baseball. I've been here for basketball. So another 3-2 pitch is coming from Jenkins. And it is low for ball 4. He was pitching very carefully to the left-handed hitter who leads their team in home runs with 9. So runners are at first and third with one out. The batter is Nick Barone, the left fielder. Right-handed batter. Barone is a junior. He is a transfer from West Virginia University. And the first pitch to him is into left center. That's going to get down, and that's going to be trouble. 1 run will score. It's up against the wall. They're going to wave the runner from first. He will come in and score, and Liberty with an early 2-0 lead. Barone on the first pitch drove it into right center field, just to the left of the 371 mark, off the wall. And he's at second base with a 2 RBI double. Hit number 2, runs number 1 and 2 off Will Jenkins. So with 1 out, 2 runs in, the batter is Camden Troyer, the right fielder. He's a left-handed hitter. And Jenkins with the pitch. Strike caught the outside corner, 0-1. A leadoff double. Fly ball sent the runner to third. A walk on a 3-2 pitch and a double to the wall. Outside, ball 1-1. Troyer hitting .275. Raiders shift a little bit for him. Clapp playing closer to the bag at second. The pitch missed low for ball 2, 2-1. Everywhere you go at this league, you get a little bit different view from the press box. Here we're more to the first base side. 2 balls on a strike. Swung on a hot shot to right field. That's a base hit. Rogers up and throwing, and it's cut off. They'll hold the runners at first and third. It's a good throw by Brett Rogers to the cutoff man. So Barone holds at third. Troyer is at first. And that is the third hit in the inning off Will Jenkins. So first and third with 1 out. And Coach Myers is going to have to make an early visit to the mound. So this game not starting the best way for the Raiders. They got a leadoff hit in the first inning, and Eston Snyder trips on the turf between first and second, going for a double, which he would have had. But the throw back in got him by plenty going to second base, and then a strikeout and a fly ball, and the inning was over. The batter will be Michael Gibson, the designated hitter. He comes in hitting .400, but in limited action. This is only his second start of the season and 8th game that he has been in. Right-handed batter. Pitches pops up. That is going to be playable in the infield. Von Dolan, the first baseman, will grab it between first base and the home plate, and that is out number 2. So Gibson on the first pitch pops out. 2 outs, runners first and third. The batter is the catcher, Christmas. And he too has had limited activity this season. Pitch is right down the pipe for strike 1. Seth Christmas making his 5th start. This is his 15th game. He's 3 for 17 on the season for a 118 average. 1 strike to count. Umpire's making a note of something. The batter stepped out of the box. He may have just asked for time. We got to keep track of everything. 1 strike to count. Here's the pitch. Inside. Runner bluffed going to second. Minnick came up ready to throw. 1-1. Troyer, the runner at first. Barone at third. Count 1-1 to the catcher, Christmas. Has that back foot right on the back line of the right-hand hitter's box. Takes the pitch high for ball 2. 2-1. Raiders have played on several all-turf fields this season, so it's not a new experience for them. Pitch is inside for ball 3, and it's 3-1. Jenkins struggling here in the first inning. Liberty has scored a pair. They have 2 men on with 2 outs. Runner at first goes, swinging a foul off the screen. That'll bounce back into the Liberty dugout, and it is 3-2. So it's an automatic start for the runner at first on 3-2. Jenkins with the pitch, drilled into center field. The base hit. The runner at first will be on his way to third. They're going to wave him home as the throw comes in. There will not be a throw. And that is a 2-run single for Christmas, who stopped at first. It's only his 4th hit of the season. but it drives in 2 runs. So it's 4-0 early. Christmas had only 1 RBI going into this game. He now has 3. He's at first with 2 outs, and the batter is the third baseman, Sicily. 8th batter in the inning, and Jenkins hits him with a pitch. So first and second with 2 outs. The number 9 hitter is Robertson, the center fielder. He's a left-handed hitter. 147 average. Raiders have people going to the bullpen. I think Mbembo is one of those guys. The other one may be Driver. I'm not sure. It is Driver and Mbembo, both headed to the bullpen. Pitch is a strike call. Count will go to 1-1 now on Robertson. Four runs in the first inning for Liberty. And Jenkins with a pitch. Strike at the knees, 1-2. Wind out of the southwest. Here at this park, it's blowing out toward left field, left and left center. About 10 miles an hour. 1-2 pitch, fouled right back up here off the screen. But we are behind a screen and a panel of thick glass. In fact, we don't have access to the open air in this press box, but we do have crowd noise being fed in. We appreciate that. Ground ball, right side, picked up by Vincent, over to second for the force, and that will end the first inning on a 4-6 put out at second base. But in the inning for the Flames, they bat around. They score 4 runs on 4 hits. There were no errors and 2 men left on base. So we've completed 1 full inning here in Lynchburg, Virginia. Liberty 4 and Middle Tennessee nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the second inning. The Raiders trailing 4-0. 4 runs, 4 hits for the Flames in the first inning as they batted around. Here's Brett Von Dolen to lead off the second. Von Dolen looks at the first pitch from Mathewson, high for ball 1. Von Dolen hitting .297, 12 home runs, and that still leads Conference USA. Swung on, ball driven into right center field. Nobody's going to get that one. It's off the wall and has bounced over the wall. It hit that turf out there, which is the brown part, which is called a warning track, but actually there's no warning out there as far as the difference in the texture between the green and the brown. But it hit that brown part on the warning track and bounced over the wall, so that is a ground rule double for Brett Von Dolan, and the second hit for the Raiders off Mathewson. And the batter is Clay Badalak. First pitch to him is a strike, 0-1. Good to see Clay back in the lineup. He's at third base today. That's from the left side. And Mathewson's pitch misses outside for ball one. Count goes to 1-1. Clay hitting .347. 7 doubles and a triple among his extra base hits. Pitch to the plate. Strike caught the outside corner, 1-2. Mathewson, with 58 strikeouts in 37 innings, is a strikeout pitcher. Had 1 strikeout in the first inning, and there's strike 3 called. Badalak caught looking at strike 3, and that's the second called third strike. The Raiders have taken 1 out now, and the batter is Kenny McKinley, the designated hitter. Kenny wears that protective brace on his right leg. Bats from the right side and checks the swing on the first pitch. They appeal, and it's called ball 1. McKinley hitting .255, 3 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs. He has got some power when he gets into it. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Mathewson threw him an off-speed pitch and had him way out in front. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch is a strike at the letters, 1-2. Mathewson is not a big guy, 5'10", but stocky, 195. He's out of Pennsylvania. Check swing, the pitch low and outside, ball 2. 2-2 to McKinley. Runner at second with 1 out. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and Mathewson waved at that pitch, didn't get it. That's out number 2 in the inning, third strikeout for the right-hander. The batter is Keaton Ray. .271 hitter. Left-handed bat out of Walter State Community College. First year with the Raiders, takes the pitch inside, ball 1. We're still waiting for Keaton's first home run of the season. We know he's got power that he can do that. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit into right field, fairly deep, but I'm afraid not deep enough on the warning track. It's taken out there by the right fielder Troyer for out number 3. Keaton gave it a ride, but caught on the warning track. That was over toward the foul pole. So in the inning, no runs, a leadoff double, and a runner left. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. Liberty 4 and Middle Tennessee nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
After that top of the second ended, the Liberty catcher, Christmas, appeared to have injured himself some way, and they were out checking on him. We'll have to wait and see if he comes out for the next inning. He got a base hit, 2-run single in that first inning. So Will Jenkins has seen everybody in the lineup once as the Flames batted around in the bottom of the first inning, scoring 4 runs. So the leadoff man early, who led off for them with a double into left center field, stands in. That's from the left side. And Jenkins with the pitch, and it's in for a strike, 0-1. Right-hander delivers, and a shot up the middle, a base hit. Hit it just past the pitcher, Jenkins, and into center field. So that's 2 hits in the game for the freshman second baseman early, and that's the 5th hit off Will Jenkins. Batter is Tanner Marsh, the shortstop, flied to right field in the first inning. So for the second straight inning, early reaches as the leadoff man with a base hit. Jenkins comes set, delivers, bit high for ball 1. Will walked a batter, hit a batter in the first inning, allowed 4 hits and 4 runs. The pitch, little tap foul over in front of the Liberty dugout, 1-1. Liberty in the third base dugout, Raiders on the first base side, just as they are at home. 1-1 the count. Tanner Marsh, the shortstop, bats from the right side. Checked his swing. The pitch is a little bit low for ball 2, 2-1. Throw to first, runner back. Raider infield defense with Badalak at third, Clapp at short, Cale Vincent at second, Von Dolan holding the runner at first. The runner fakes going to second, goes back as the batter fouls it off the screen. Strike 2, 2-2. This is the first game of a 3-game series with the Flames. Runner does go. The pitch is high. The throw to second is not in time. Minnick's throw was just a bit high, and the runner early got in there. That's only his 3rd stolen base of the season, but he is at second. And now a 3-2 count on the batter, Marsh. No outs here in the bottom of the second inning. And the pitch to the plate is swung on, drills, caught by Benson, the second baseman, and the runner just barely does get back into second base. That ball was lined. Cale Vincent had him played just right, caught the line drive, and tried to run over and touch the bag before Early got back, but Early beat him by about a step. So that's out number 1. And the batter will be the first baseman, Sorensen, who walked in his first at bat. 1 out, runner at second. Left-handed hitting. First baseman Sorensen takes the strike, 0-1. Raiders sent a couple of pitchers to the bullpen during that first inning. Everything's fairly quiet out there now. The pitch outside, 1-1. Second game of the series scheduled for 1 o'clock Murfreesboro time tomorrow. That would give us a 12:45 start time. Jenkins turns, looks the runner back to second. And then Sunday, we'll have a noon start Central Time and 11:45 for the pregame. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch is high, ball 2 to Sorensen. Sorensen, a junior college transfer from Iowa Western Community College. Or Idaho. No, it's Iowa Western. He's a native of Idaho. And that is ball 4. Nope. So that's strike 3. Sorensen down on strikes. He started down to first. First strikeout for Jenkins. And with 2 outs, the batter is Barone. Had a big 2-run double in the first inning. Jenkins pitch, high, ball 1. Barone, a rather closed stance at the plate. Ball 2 is outside. 2-0. 301 hitter. I'm sorry, it counts 1-1. Jenkins pitch line almost hit the third base coach. 1-2. Andrew Cox coaching at third base for the Flames. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. Jenkins pitch, ground ball to short. Clef has got it. Over to first in time, and that is going to be all in the second inning. Barone grounds out short to first. No runs. A leadoff double. And 1 man left. We've completed 2 full innings. It is Liberty 4, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
We go to the top of the third inning, 4-0. Raiders trail. The Liberty pitcher, Dylan Mathewson, is a transfer from Division II, California off Pennsylvania. And last year appeared in 14 games with 2 starts, had a 2-3 record and a 6.38 earned run average, and he certainly improved those marks here in his second year with the Flames. Cale Vinson leads it off for the Raiders, takes ball 1 upstairs. And a strike down the middle, it's 1-1. Vinson playing second base today. Pops this one up in foul ground. The first baseman Sorensen is out, and it's going to be caught as it almost evaded him. The wind has shifted. It had been blowing out toward left field. Now it's turned around and is blowing out toward right field. And I think the wind got into that one a little bit. So that is out number 1 in the third inning. Benson fouls out to the first baseman, and the batter is Cooper Clapp, playing shortstop today. Takes the pitch high for ball one. He moved over to shortstop late in the Lipscomb game Tuesday when Wolf was injured running the bases. There's a strike, 1-1. In fact, that injury, I think, happened on Matt Wolf's last at bat. Pitch is swung on, skied into center field. Robertson coming in medium center field will make the catch for out number 2. 2 outs in the third. We go back to the top of the batting order for Eston Snyder. Dropped a short single into right center field with 3 players going forward. It dropped in for a hit, and then he stumbled on the way to second, fell down, had to pick himself up, and had really nowhere to go. He had tried to get back into second base. No luck. He was tagged out. There's a pitch inside for ball 1. Snyder takes it high, ball 2. 2-0. Two outs, base is empty in the third. Ball 3 is low. 3 balls, no strikes, the count. And the strike is there, 3-1. Mathewson with the 3-1. Strike 2 called, full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Eston Snyder. Swings and fouls this one off to the right. Catcher's over, and it's out of play. I believe that's still Christmas in there catching. We thought he might have been injured last inning. Ball 4 is inside. Snyder reaches for the second time. That's the first walk given up by Mathewson. With 2 outs, Eston Snyder at first. The batter is Brent Rogers. Called out on strikes in the first inning. That ended a streak of 5 consecutive hits for the left-handed hitter. Mathewson comes set, and the pitch swinging a little tap. Second baseman has it, underhand toss to first for the out, and that's going to do it for the Raiders in the third inning. No runs, no hits, and 1 man left. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Still Liberty 4, Middle Tennessee nothing on the Blue Raider Network. From Ben Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
We go to the bottom of the third inning. Raiders trailing 4-0. Need some First Division Bank strikeouts. First Division Bank is a proud partner of MTSU Athletics, the official strikeout partner of the Blue Raiders. Don't strike out on your business services or your banking services either. First Division Bank providing more power to your business. Camden Troyer singled and scored in the first inning. Bats from the left side, facing Will Jenkins. First pitch, foul back up this way, off the screen, strike one. We've got ample protection up here, so I didn't even flinch on that one. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2 to Troyer. 275 hitter on the season with 5 home runs. Jenkins winds and fires, and the pitch is lined to left field. That's a base hit. Keaton Ray will play it on the hop. Get it back in, and for the third straight inning, the leadoff man has reached for the Flames. That's the second hit for Troyer and the 6th hit off Will Jenkins. The runner at first, no outs, and the batter is Michael Gibson, the DH. Popped out in the infield in his first at bat. Strike called from Jenkins, 0-1. Right-handed batter. There's the throw to first. Back in is Troyer. A nice turnout here on a Friday afternoon. Swing and a miss. Took a big cut at that one. Came up empty, and the count is 2 strikes to Troyer. Holds that bat almost back on his shoulder as he awaits the pitch. And the 0-2 from Will Jenkins misses outside, 1-2. He's hitting 400 in limited action this season. Runner at first with no outs. The pitch hit to right field, a base hit. Fielded out there by Rogers, and the runners will be at first and second with nobody out. And that is hit number 7 off Jenkins. The batter will be Seth Christmas, the catcher. He had a 2-run single in the first inning. It's only his 4th hit of the season. Takes the pitch outside, ball 1. Christmas was 2 for 17 coming into the game. Pitch, ground foul past the Liberty dugout down the third base side. It's 1-1. So Christmas getting a chance to show what he can do. Count 1-1. Jenkins with a pitch, check swing. And they appeal. They say he did not go. 2 balls and a strike. Raiders have a right-hander throwing in the bullpen. Matthew Driver. Pitches outside, ball 3, 3-1. First and second with no outs, 3 balls and a strike. Jenkins with the pitch. Low and inside, and he walked him, and the bases are loaded with no outs. Second walk given up by Jenkins, who's been in hot water every inning in this game. The batter will be Sicily, the third baseman. And Jenkins hit him with a pitch in the first inning. Tyler Minnick asked for time. We'll go out for a word with his pitcher. So Liberty has no midweek game next week. They will host Western Kentucky here in a conference series next weekend. Hilltoppers currently tied with Dallas Baptist on top of Conference USA, along with FIU and Louisiana Tech, 4 teams with 4-2 records, all tied for first place. Sicily was hit by the first pitch from Jenkins in the first inning. Right-handed batter hitting .269. Jenkins comes set. And the pitch is swung on, fouled to the screen. Out of play, strike one. Matthew Driver heating up in the Raider bullpen. So I got a foul straight back, 0-2 to Sicily. Jenkins, the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike three. Got him on a high pitch out of the zone, and it is one out now with the bases loaded. Big strikeout for Will, and could get out of the inning with a ground ball if the Raiders could turn two. Number 9 hitter is Robertson, hit into a fielder's choice to end the first inning. Left-handed batter, grounded to second base. Jenkins with the pitch. It's a strike on the corner. One strike to count to Robertson. Bases loaded, one out. Pitch to the lefty is a strike called, 0-2. Leadoff man early would be the next hitter. 2 strikes the count. Bases loaded here in the third for the Flames. And the pitch. Struck him out swinging. Went after a bad pitch outside, chased it. And Jenkins with his second strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts. Now, if he can get early, get out of this inning. But Early has doubled and singled in his first 2 at-bats. A left-handed hitter, a freshman from the state of Virginia. Jenkins delivers a swing and a miss, strike one. Bases loaded, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the third. Liberty on top, 4-0. Jenkins pitches out of the set position and delivers the pitch outside, ball 1. 1-1. Troyer over at third, Gibson at second, Christmas at first. 2 hits and a walk, loaded the bases with no outs, and now a swing and a miss, strike 2, 1-2 to Early. Early steps out of the box, adjusts that batting helmet, steps back in with a 1-2 count. And Jenkins with a pitch and a ground ball up the middle. That will score 2. Snyder gets it back in, and it is 6-0. Jenkins within 1 pitch of getting out of the inning, and Early slapped it back up the middle for a base hit. He is 3 for 3 today. Troyer scored from third, Gibson from second. It's hit number 8, runs number 5 and 6 off Will Jenkins. And the batter is Tanner Marsh, the shortstop. Jenkins has gotten him out twice on a fly ball and a line drive to second base. First and third now, 2 outs. Pitch is swung on, popped up down the right field line. That's going to be in fair territory, taken by Rogers for out number 3. So Marsh swinging at the first pitch. Skies to right, and that's going to do it in the third, but 2 more runs come in to score. 2 runs on 3 hits and 2 men left. Totals after 3 innings for Liberty: 6 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. And for the Blue Raiders, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. 6-0, the Flames lead. We go to the 4th on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Granis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Granis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Granis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
Tyler Minnick steps in the 4th inning. And before the first pitch to him, a break for station identification as you listen to Blue Raider baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS. Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Tyler Minnick swings at the first pitch and skies it down the right field line, and it's caught out there by Troyer for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out in the 4th. Here's Von Dolan. Strike call, 0-1. Brett had a leadoff double in the 2nd. Was left stranded. Mathewson with a pitch. That's a bit high, 1-1. Dolan hitting .297, 12 home runs on the season. Swing and a miss. 1-2. And struck him out swinging. That's out number 2 in the 4th. 4th strikeout for Mathewson. And with 2 outs, the batter is Clay Badalak, who's called out on strikes in the 2nd inning. Right-hander's pitch is a bit high for ball 1 to Badalak. Check swing, called a ball outside. 2-0. Badalak's last game was in the middle game of the FIU series. That's when he injured himself running out a ground ball, and I think in the 7th inning of that game. Pitch was outside, ball 3, and there's the strike call. 3-1. Mathewson pitches to the left-handed hitter, and it's slammed to first base. Sorensen scoops it up, tags the bag, and that's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Sorensen and the Flames. Raiders go down in order, nothing across. And we'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is Liberty 6, Middle Tennessee nothing on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Raiders trailing 6-0. This is the only game going in Conference USA right now. Later this afternoon, Jacksonville State will be at Kennesaw, FIU at Louisiana Tech, Western Kentucky at Dallas Baptist tonight, and New Mexico State at Sam Houston. For Liberty, Jackson Sorensen, the first baseman, leads it off here in the fourth inning. Will Jenkins' first pitch, a strike, the outside corner. Sorensen has walked and struck out. Jenkins delivers, strike two call, 0-2. Jenkins has been the victim of several two-strike hits by this Liberty team. He's ahead 0-2. Bounces up. He wasn't going to get a two-strike hit on that pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. Lady Raiders softball handed the Liberty softball team their first home loss of the season earlier today by an 8-2 score. Pitch is high and outside. Softball team staying at the same motel that the baseball team is at. So we talked to Coach Jeff Reedon a little bit this morning about the series. There's ball 3 outside, so it goes from 0-2 to 3-2 on Sorensen. Jenkins, a long wait, and the payoff pitch is swung on and fouled out of play. Count holding at 3-2. Pitch swung on, hit into right center field. Snyder moving over, Rogers moving over, and they almost collide. Rogers makes the catch for out number 1. Our center fielder and right fielder weren't on the same page there. So 1 out in the fourth. That's the first time that the Flames leadoff batter has been retired in an inning. And the batter is Nick Barone. He is singled and grounded out. First pitch low and inside, ball 1. 4 runs in the first inning for Liberty on 4 hits. They batted around. They got 2 runs on 3 hits in the third. Barone grounds it right back to the mound. Jenkins has it. A little underhand toss to first will retire Barone for out number 2. The Atlanta Braves open their home season tonight against Miami, and you'll hear that game after our game tonight on our flagship station, WGNS, a member of the Braves Network. Here's Troyer. Been on base with 2 hits, both singles, and has scored both times. Working on a perfect day at the plate. Takes ball 1. Jenkins comes right back, and the pitch hit out in the right field. Rogers going back, still going back. It's off the bottom of the wall. Taken on the hop by Rogers, gets it back in, and they'll hold Troyer to a double. Rogers kept retreating. I think that ball got up in the breeze, which is blowing out toward right field. And that's the 9th hit for the Flames. Runner at second, 2 outs. The batter is Gibson. He has popped out and singled. 1 out of 2. Takes the pitch in there for a call. Strike, 0-1. Runner at second, 2 outs here in the 4th. The pitch swung on, a little pop up in the shallow center field. Nobody can get there. It's going to drop in front of Snyder, and that's another run. Troyer with 2 outs was running, and Gibson popped it into shallow center field, and Snyder just had to watch it drop in front of him for a base hit. So it's 7-0 with 2 outs. All of this happening with 2 outs. Another RBI for Gibson. Coach Myers on his way to the mound. That could be all for Will Jenkins. It's coach's second trip to the mound here in the game. He said Matthew Driver throwing in the bullpen. No indication. Nope, he's going to stay in there. See if we can get this last out in the 4th inning. It's Seth Christmas who has singled and walked the Liberty catcher. So Gibson with a run-scoring single is at first with 2 outs. It is 7-0. There's Jenkins with the pitch. Swinging a fly ball into left center field. That one's hit deep, and that one is gone. And for Christmas, his first home run of the season. Single, a home run, and a walk. This young man who's seen very little playing time this year. And that will be all for Jenkins, as it is now 9-0 with 2 outs in the 4th inning. So we will have a pitching change. We'll take a break. Back to tell you about our new pitcher when we come back on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
So 2-run homer by Seth Christmas, the catcher, has made it a 9-0 game. Will Jenkins will leave, and Matthew Driver is on to replace him on the mound. Driver making his 6th appearance. Has no record, 5.40 earned run average in 5 innings. He's given up 6 hits, 5 runs, 3 of those earned, 6 walks, 4 strikeouts. Opponent's hitting .286. He's given up a pair of home runs. So Christmas, the young man who hit the home run, making his 5th start of the season, was 2 for 17 coming into the game. He's 2 for 2 with a walk, single, and 4 runs batted in. He had 1 RBI coming into the game and has 4 today. He is junior, 6'2", 210, out of Huntersville, North Carolina. Transfer from Gaston College, which I assume to be either a D2 or a D3 college. Well, he certainly made a bid for more playing time today. Now, I've been pronouncing this young man's wrong. His name's wrong. The third baseman is Sealy, not Sicily, Sealy. He has been hit by a pitch and struck out, and attempts to bunt on the first pitch and comes up empty. Strike 1. Landon Sealy, a freshman, out of Maysville, Kentucky. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Mason County High School in Kentucky. He was a shortstop and pitcher for his high school team. Pitches outside. 1-2. Ethan Mbembo is loosening in the Raider bullpen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pop foul, let's go get out of play. Some youngsters over on the hillside, which is just past the grandstand down the right field line, scrambling after that ball. A lot of people sitting up in their lawn chairs on top of that hill where it's level, enjoying the weather. Pitch is inside. 2-2 to Sealy. Raider bullpen is behind the outfield fence down the right field line. Liberty pen in the same location down the left field line. Pitch misses outside for ball 3, and it's 3-2. Three-two pitch, bounce to short. Big hop to Clapp. Throw to first is in time for out number 3, and that is all in the 4th. Driver comes in, gets the last out in the 4th inning, but more damage. 3 runs on 3 hits and nobody left. So we've completed 4 full innings here at Worthington Field in Lynchburg, Virginia. Liberty 9 and Middle Tennessee nothing on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the MTSU Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Reese Smith Jr. Field. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member service. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit www.mtemc.com to learn more. And that scoreboard, light it up, Blue Raiders.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
We go to the 5th inning, and the sun has popped out here in Lynchburg, Virginia for the first time. A few spots of blue up ahead in between the clouds. Kenny McKinley swings at the first pitch, and a diving catch by the second baseman early to perhaps rob McKinley, or at least an attempt to get an infield hit. He dove just at the edge of the outfield green turf and reached out and took that little pop-up for out number 1 here in the 5th. Keaton Ray, the batter, swings at the first pitch, sends it to left field, fairly deep but playable for the left fielder, and that is Barone, makes the catch near the warning track out beneath the scoreboard in left field. 2 pitches, 2 outs here in the 5th. The batter is Cale Vinson. Fouled out to the first baseman in his first at bat. Mathewson has allowed 2 hits, a first inning single to Snyder, strike called, and a second inning double to Von Dolan, and that's all. 1 strike to Vinson. And the pitch. Strike on the inside corner. It's 0-2. Cale bats from the right side. The 0-2 pitch coming. Swung on and missed, struck him out, and a 3-pitch strikeout. 5 pitches for Matheson in that 5th inning, and the Raiders are down in order. And that is strikeout number 5 for the right-hander. So we'll go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. It is still Liberty 9, Middle Tennessee nothing, as you listen to Blue Raider baseball from Van Wagner.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
And we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Liberty leading by a score of 9-0 over Middle Tennessee. Everybody's happy here in Virginia today, except those folks in the first base dugout and us up here in the visiting radio booth. Even the sun came out for a few seconds. Matthew Driver will face Michael Robertson, the number 9 hitter, here in the 5th inning. Driver came in, got the final out in the 4th. Robertson chose bunt, pulled the bat back, but took it for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. And this pitch hit him down on the, he might have skipped off that protector he wears on his leg. I don't know. It's a hit batsman. Second of the game for the Raiders. So the leadoff man on for the 4th time in 5 innings, and the batter is Cal Early. Working on a perfect day at the plate. The leadoff man has a double and 2 singles. And he is a freshman. It's a very good-looking prospect for Liberty. Takes the pitch outside for ball 1. Early hitting .304 coming in, so he's done nothing to hurt that average. He's out of Midlothian, Virginia, James River High School. 1 ball, no strikes. Driver with the pitch, swinging a ground ball through the hole, base hit. He is 4 for 4. And that ball hit between third and short into left field. First hit off Driver. Hit number 12 for the Flames. Runner at first and runner at second. Robertson at second. Early now at first with no outs. The batter is Marsh. Twice has flied to right and is lined out to second. Pitch is a strike call, 0-1. Driver missed most of the first part of the season with an injury. He's appearing in only his 6th game. Pitch, swing and a miss. Count is 0-2 to Marsh, hitting .292. Right-hander comes set, and the pitch. Popped up, shallow right field. They're going to call that an infield fly, but it's caught by the right fielder, Rogers. First base umpire made the call. So that will be out number 1. An infield fly caught by the outfielder. Does that remind you of anything? Yeah. 1 out. Here's Sorensen. And Coach Myers making a visit to the mound. He's going to bring in another pitcher. So Driver comes in, gets 2 outs. The last out in the 4th, first out in the 5th. Gives up a hit and a hit batsman. And we'll come out of the game, tell you about our new pitcher when he comes in on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
Your pitcher for the Raiders is right-hander Ethan Mbembo, making his 10th appearance. No record. He's appeared all 9 games in relief, 11.32 earned run average, 10 1/3 innings, has given up 15 hits, 15 runs, 13 earned, has walked 5, struck out 11, has allowed 6 home runs, and opponents hitting .319 against the right-hander Mbembo, who is a grad transfer from Mount Olive College, 6'4", 225. Ethan is from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. Garrett Sims, a left-hander, throwing in the Blue Raider bullpen along with a right-hander out there. So this may turn out to be a bullpen day for the Raiders, although I don't think it started that way. For Liberty, the batter will be Jackson Sorensen, first baseman, who has struck out, flied out, and walked. Has scored 1 time. 1 out, 2 men on here in the 5th inning, 9-0 in favor of the Flames. Pickoff play at second. The runner will get back. And Mbembo turned, fired it down to Clapp. Logan Bingham is throwing in the Raider bullpen. Here's Mbembo with the pitch to the plate. Misses outside, ball one. He's the young man from Idaho. Or transfer from junior college. So this is his first year with the Flames. Mbembo in his first year with the Raiders steps off the rubber. And now it's a pitch clock violation. So that will be ball 2 to Sorensen. 2 balls, no strikes. We're also playing with the double first base here at Liberty. There's a pitch swung on, foul down the left field line. That one is going to evade everybody and bounce off the turf and out of play. So the count goes to 2-1. So if they've got the double first base, we also assume they will have the challenge review system in place here. Liberty has their version of the Hillbilly Hilton out in right center field. It's a caboose from a train. It's called the Flame Train. I don't see anybody. Well, maybe a couple of people out there checking it out. Pitch to the plate, fouled away, and the count will go to 2-2 on Sorensen. It's well back from and actually behind the Blue Raider bullpen. There's folks out there in lawn chairs sitting in front of it. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Runners at first and second, 1 out in the 5th inning. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled out of play. Count holds at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. And Mbembo with the pitch outside, ball 3. Full count. So Mbembo went to Wofford as a freshman. That was during the COVID year. In his last 2 years at the University of Mount Olive, the pitch. Ground ball back to the mound. Throw to second. Safe. The throw was off to the third base side of second base. Clapp couldn't hang on to it. That's going to be an error on somebody. It'll either be on the throw or on the catch, but I'm not sure who they'll give it to. Regardless, that's going to load the bases. That's a fielder's choice error. And the batter is Barone. Swings and misses at the first pitch, strike 1. Bases loaded, 1 out. That is the Raiders' 48th error of the season. Game number 29. Pitch is outside, 1-1. According to the league stats, the Raiders have the worst fielding percentage in the league. Liberty has the best at .980. Raiders' fielding percentage is .954. Anything over .975, I've been told, is championship stuff. 2 balls and a strike. Low, ball 3. 3-1. Bases loaded with 1 down here in the 5th inning. Liberty leading 9-0. Swing and a miss. He was ready for that 3-1 pitch and just got a piece of it. So 3-2 with the bases loaded. Garone, the cleanup hitter. That's why you put him in there in the 4 spot. With the bases loaded, 1 out the pitch. Swinging a chopper to third. Picked up by Badalak, tags the bag out, over to first out. That's a double play. And that will end the inning in the 5th. So no runs. There was 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 men left. We've completed 5 full innings. It is Liberty 9, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
We go to the 6th inning. Cooper Clapp, the shortstop, will lead it off. The error in the 5th inning was charged to the pitcher on the throw to second base. And no runs scored as the Raiders got the double play. First pitch to Clapp is ball 1. There's a strike called, 1-1. Nine to nothing. Raiders batting in the 6th. There's a strike. They've been held to only 2 hits by the starting pitcher, Mathewson. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a tap foul. Count holds. One-two pitch is swung on and missed. Clap down on strikes for out number 1, strikeout number 6 for Mathewson. And the batter is Eston Snyder. Singled in the 1st, walked in the 3rd. He's been on base both times. Pitch is swung on, hit into left center field. Center fielder gliding over there. Under it, makes the catch. And swinging on the first pitch, Snyder skies out to his counterpart in center field. 2 outs. Here's Brett Rogers. Pitcher Mathewson delivers ball 1. He is the strikeout leader in Conference USA with 58 coming into this game. He's got 6 more today. There's a bouncer to the first baseman. Sorensen off his glove into shallow right field, and Snyder, or rather Rogers, will beat it out at first. We'll see if they call that a hit or an error. That ball hit the glove of the first baseman, Sorensen, on a high, one of those turf hops. It's called a hit. So give Rogers an infield hit. He's at first with 2 outs, and the batter is Tyler Minnick. Pitch to the plate, misses for ball 1. Mathewson making his 11th start. The runner at first goes, Ground ball to second, and the play is over to first. That was the second baseman early, who was moving over to cover second base because the runner had started. Had he not been there, that ball might have gotten through. But Minnick is retired, 4-3. Second to first for the third out. No runs, one hit, one left. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning. It is Liberty 9, Middle Tennessee nothing on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Hey Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
And as the sun pops out from behind the clouds here, we will have a new pitcher in for the Raiders in the sixth inning. And it's a left-hander, Garrett Sims. Sims will be making his sixth appearance. No record, a 6.75 earned run average. He's pitched 2 2/3 innings, allowed 2 runs, 2 hits. Both of the runs were earned, 6 walks, 4 strikeouts. An opponent's hitting .200 against the left-hander Garrett Sims. He is a junior transfer from Columbia State. 6'3", 195, out of Spring Hill, Tennessee. Had some good players come out of that Murray County city. He'll face a left-hander, Camden Troyer, leading off the sixth inning. Sims listed as a redshirt junior. He was a redshirt sophomore at Columbia State last year, worked 24 innings, 12 appearances, and had 39 strikeouts. First pitch is a strike called to Troyer. Well, the Raiders haven't gotten this guy out all day. 2 singles and a double for the left-handed hitter, Troyer. So we're trying a left-handed pitcher on him, and the ball hits straight away center field. Snyder going back, still going back near the wall, reaches up, but that one is out of here. That was hit to dead center field, 395 feet away. And a solo home run, so it doesn't matter whether you have a right-hander or a left-hander in there. He is now 4 for 4. 2 singles, a double, and a home run. Second home run today for the Flames. The batter is Gibson. Takes the pitch high and outside for ball 1. It's now 10-0. And Sims with a pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. His first home run Sims has allowed, but he'd only pitched 2 2/3 innings coming into the game. 1-1 to Gibson. Takes the pitch high and away for ball 2, 2-1. Gibson, the DH. Pitch comes in high for ball 3, 3-1 to Michael Gibson. Bats from the right side. Swinging a foul off to the right. That's going to be up there on that hill. Actually over the hill and bouncing on the concrete steps behind the hill down the right field side. 3-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So Sims picks up a strikeout, the second batter he faces. And with one out, the batter is Seth Christmas. Raiders haven't gotten him out this year, and that's going to be all for Sims, who have another pitcher coming in. So the bullpen day continues. We'll take a break, tell you about him when we come back on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
So Garrett Sims goes a third of an inning, gives up that solo home run, has one strikeout, and the new pitcher is Jack Fortner. Fortner, a right-hander, making his 8th appearance. No record, earned run average of 9. 6 innings pitched. He's given up 8 hits, 8 runs, 6 of those earned, 7 walks, 6 strikeouts. He has allowed 1 home run, and he will take over here with 1 out in the 6th inning. Well, this 4th day of April is a very memorable day for Atlanta Braves fans, because it was the first game of the season for the Braves. They were playing in Cincinnati against the Reds. And Hank Aaron, in the first inning, on his first swing of the season, hit a 3-run homer off Jack Bellingham. And that was home run number 714, tying Aaron with Babe Ruth. And of course, you know, he broke the record just a few games later in Atlanta. That was on April the 4th, 1974. Here's Christmas, the catcher. Fortner's pitch, outside, ball 1. Jack Fortner is the 5th pitcher used by the Raiders today, and with a 10-0 score, you can see that our pitchers have not been effective in keeping Liberty off the scoreboard. Pitch is outside, ball 2, 2-0. The Raiders have only 3 hits in the game. Double and 2 singles. There's a strike, 2-1. Christmas singled in the first, walked in the third, and hit his first home run of the season, a 3-run shot in the 4th inning. Pitch is swung on, hit to center field. Snyder going back, still going, and on the warning track, up against the wall, and deep center field, a little bit toward the right of the batter's eye out there, makes the catch for out number 2. 2 down. Bingham throwing in the bullpen for the Raiders. Batter is Sealy, third baseman. Takes the first pitch, inside, ball 1. Jack Fortner is a junior out of Mount Juliet, pitched community college at Motlow State. Ball 2 is inside. 2 balls, no strikes. 1921 or 2021 graduate of Mount Juliet High School. And then on to Motlow State. There's a ball hit into right center field. Snyder moving over. Rogers is going to be there, and Rogers will take it for out number 3. So that is all. 1 run, 1 hit. The home run by Troyer. Nobody left. We'll go to the we'll go to the top of the 7th inning. And it's Liberty 10, Middle Tennessee nothing on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Granis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Granis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Granis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
And we go to the 7th inning. There's a new pitcher out there for Liberty. That's Lingenfelter. I got it. Lingenfelter. As Mathewson goes 6 innings, he allows no runs, 3 hits, and gives way to Caleb Lingenfelter, a senior out of Salem, Virginia. We passed that road sign on the way up here. See if I've got some numbers on him. Lingenfelter making his 7th appearance. He started 3 games. He's 1-2, 6.75 earned run average, 13 1/3 innings. He's allowed 9 hits, 10 runs, all earned, 8 walks, 11 strikeouts. He's given up 3 home runs. Opponent's hitting 196 against the right-hander who takes over for Mathewson here in the 7th. And the first pitch to Brett Von Dolen's taken for ball 1. The Raiders will have to score at least 1 run this inning for the game to continue. Little pop fly in the right field. That is going to drop for a hit. Just over the second baseman Early, who went out and tried to make an over-the-shoulder catch. So Von Dolen has his 2nd hit of the game, a leadoff single here in the 7th. Lingenfelter will work now to Clay Badalak, who was 0 for 2. Pitch is low for ball 1. So Mathewson goes 6 innings, allows no runs, 3 hits, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. All into center field, and that is a base hit for Badalak. So back-to-back hits here in the 7th. Raiders trying to keep the game going. 1st and 2nd, no outs. Kenny McKinley, the batter. First time the Raiders have had more than 1 hit in an inning. Swinging a ground ball, foul past 3rd. 1 strike to count. So Mathewson, the only pitcher in college baseball who has made 11 starts now this season. This is his 11th. There's a ball hit to left field by McKinley, deep back near the bullpen wall, and that one is gone. Kenny McKinley with a 3-run homer off Lingenfelter, and the Raiders are on the board. It is a 10-3 game. Hit that one deep into left field and into the Flames bullpen, which is behind the left field fence. For Kenny, that is home run number 4 on the season. And now a visit to the mound as Liberty has quickly started somebody throwing in their bullpen. McKinley's 3 RBIs will give him 12 on the season. Josh McClusker throwing in the bullpen. Lingenfelter's going to stay in. So an Old South Properties home run by Kenny McKinley has extended this game. It would have been over had the Raiders not scored here in the top of the 7th. And the batter is Keaton Ray, takes the pitch in for a strike. Single by Bondolan, single by Badalak, and a 3-run homer from Kenny McKinley. Makes it a 10-3 game. Swing and a foul back. 0-2 the count. So a bit of a change of scenery for the Blue Raider hitters with the right-hander Lingenfelter coming in. Mathewson out. And their 10-run lead evaporates. There's the ball popped out of the catcher's mitt. That's ball 1 to Ray. 10-3 now. Old South Properties, Tennessee's favorite home builder and official home builder of MTSU, our home run sponsor. There's a little tap in front of the plate. Catcher picks it up, throws to first, and got him for out number 1. Keaton Ray bounces out from catcher to the first baseman for out number 1. The batter is Cale Vinson. Starting at second base today, Cale is fouled out and struck out. Lingenfelter with a pitch, in for a strike, 0-1. High, 1-1. Single home run, and it's 10-3. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outside ball 2, 2-1. Right-hander delivers. Strike call, 2-2. Cooper Clapp waiting to hit next. Two balls, 2 strikes. Benson swings and misses, strike 3. So 2 outs. And the batter is Cooper Clapp. He has flied to center and struck out. Right, the infield for Liberty shifts for the left-handed hitter. And the pitch to the plate, over but low, ball 1. Play the shortstop. Couple of steps to the first base side of second base, and the second baseman in shallow right field. There's ball 2, 2-0. You can do that in college baseball. They outlawed it in the big leagues. Big hole where the shortstop is usually playing. There's a strike, 2-1. Third baseman is edging over that way, but he's not in the shortstop spot yet, so there's a huge hole on the left side of the infield. Clapp fouls it to the screen, 2-2. 3 runs in for the Raiders here in the 7th. And the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, skied out into right field. Right fielder drifting back. That's Troyer. He's under it. Makes the catch for out number 3. That is all in the 7th. 3 runs, 3 hits. And nobody left. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Liberty 10 and Middle Tennessee 3 on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Raiders trailing 10-3. 10 seconds now for station identification as you listen to Blue Raider Baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Michael Robertson, the number 9 hitter, will lead off for Liberty in the bottom of the 7th inning. It's a 10-3 game. Liberty got 4 runs in the first, 2 in the third, 3 in the fourth, 1 in the 6th for a 10-0 lead. Here's Fortner's first pitch to Robertson. It's outside for ball 1. Raiders got their 3 runs on a 3-run homer from the DH, Kenny McKinley, at the top of the 7th. It came off a different pitcher for Liberty. The pitch is ball 2. The starter, Mathewson, goes 6 innings, allows no runs, 3 hits, gives up 1 walk, and strikes out 6. And the Raiders could not do anything with him. There's ball 3 outside. 3-0. Bingham still throwing down to the Blue Raider bullpen. There's a strike, 3-1. Jack Fortner is the 5th pitcher used by the Raiders today. Swinging a foul outside the bag at first. It's going to carry him back out into right field, and Brett Rogers will pick it up. Toss it to a kid over on that hill behind right field. Full count, 3-2, and a little pop up on the left side. Shortstop, third baseman going for it. It'll be Badalak, and that'll be in fair ground. Maybe 25, 30 feet out in left field. That's out number 1 here in the 7th. Batter is Cal Early. This young man enjoying the game. He's got 3 singles and a double, 4 for 4 out of the leadoff spot. Fortner with a pitch. Swinging a shot to center field on the first pitch. He is 5 for 5, and we haven't gotten him out all day. That's the first hit off Fortner. And with 1 out, the batter is Tanner Marsh. In contrast to Early, Tanner Marsh is 0 for 4. He's flied to right field 3 times and lined out to second. And he's a right-handed batter, so he's gone the other way every time. Here's the pitch to the plate. It is high for ball one. Jack Fortner pitching in his second inning, got the final 2 outs in the 6th after a leadoff home run, which was given up by Sims. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Fortner throws to first. Runner back. Ball popped out of Vondeau's mitt, but not far enough for the runner to advance. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right-hander comes set. And the pitch. High inside, ball 2. 2-1. So our softball girls won today over Liberty 8-2. They pick up their 7th conference win against 6 losses. The pitch to the plate. Missed the knees, ball 3. And the Liberty softball team 11-0 at home going in and 31-7 overall. So far as their first home loss of the season. Runner goes, then a swing and a foul back. Early was running on the 3-1 pitch, and now it's 3-2. The runner returns to first. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fortner checks the runner at first. Throw over there, and he is just back in ahead of the tag by Bondolan. Three-two count to Tanner Marsh, the shortstop. And the pitch. Swung on, fouled out of play. Well, it's a wonder they found enough flat ground here to build a baseball field. This is an extremely hilly canvas. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The runner goes, pitches high, ball 4. Marsh draws a walk, first and second with 1 out. The batter is Sorensen. It's a very attractive campus. It's a relatively new school. Liberty University, founded by the evangelist Jerry Falwell, and everything is very pristine and new looking on this campus. Time called, and Coach Myers on the way to the mound. He said Bingham throwing in the bullpen. Runners are at first and second with 1 out. Sorensen, a left-handed batter, is going to be the hitter. This game started earlier than normal. They moved it up an hour to try to get away from some rain, which was scheduled to come in this afternoon. Right now, the skies appear to be clearing. I know you folks back home have had a round after round after round of bad weather. Hope everybody's okay. Sorensen is looking for his first hit. 0 for 3 with a walk. Pitch is low and outside, ball 1. Terrible devastation down in West Tennessee a couple of nights ago in McNairy County. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. And the pitch. Outside, ball 2, 2-0. I think those storms have moved well north of Middle Tennessee now, and they also had a bunch of devastation up in Kentucky. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Sorensen, the first baseman for the Flames. He's the young man out of Idaho. He also played 2 years at Gonzaga before transferring to junior college. Throw back to second, runner back. Bortner, the 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed, 2-2. Well, good starting pitching is the name of the game, and Liberty has had that today with their starter Mathewson going 6 scoreless innings. Pitch is low and inside, ball 3, and the count is full to Sorensen. It's 3-2. Bortner comes set, and the 3-2 pitch on the way. Inside, ball 4. And that's going to load the bases with 1 out. And the batter will be Barone, cleanup man. He's 1 for 4 with a double. Bases loaded, only 1 out. Bortner could use a ground ball in the infield. The pitch. Strike call, 0-1. Well, he's hit 3 ground balls to the infield, grounded to short, grounded back to the pitcher, and grounded to third. In fact, he hit that third to first double play. The Raiders pulled back in the 5th inning with the bases loaded. Strike 2 call, 0-2. Fortner out ahead. And the count. Right-hander comes set. And a 3-2 pitch. Just missed up high, ball 1. 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Taken high and inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nick Barone, junior left fielder. Mentioned earlier, played 2 years at West Virginia. The pitch. Low and inside, ball 3. Last year at West Virginia, he played 28 games with 6 starts and hit his first career home run there. He's got 6 here for the Flames this season. 3-2 pitch, swung on, foul straight back. Count holds at 3-2. Sun has popped out again. Shadow of the grandstand roof. Now covering to about the shortstop position. Home plate in the shadows. Pitching mound in the sun. 3-2 pitch on the way. Fouled out of play again. Right side. That'll scatter the kids on the hillside. And somebody's got a souvenir baseball. There's There's a big hill outside the stadium to our right, and the Liberty logo is on top of that hill. Very attractive. Ball 3 or ball 4 just misses inside. And a run will come in to score. So Barone gets an RBI with a bases loaded walk. First run off Fortner. And the second walk. And here's Troyer. Had a home run in the 6th inning. That was a leadoff home run in the inning. So it's now 11-3. First pitch was a ball outside. This is also outside, ball 2. 2-0. Strike caught the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Base hit here could end the game. If 2 runs score, that would take it back to a 10-run margin. There's a strike called. 2-2. Troyer has singled, doubled, and hit a home run. 4 for 4. And their leadoff man early is 5 for 5. 9 hits between the two. And struck him out swinging. He had a very half-hearted swing at that pitch. He was handcuffed. That is out number 2. First strikeout for Fortner. And the batter is Gibson. 2 singles and 4 trips for the designated hitter. And the pitch is a strike call, 0-1. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the 7th. 11-3. Liberty leading. Swing and a foul. That's going to be out of play. 0-2. First game ever played between the two teams was last year in Murfreesboro, and Liberty won that one 11-6. The first of a 3-game series. 2 strikes the count. Fortner with the pitch and struck him out swinging. That will end the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jack Fortner. And gets out of a jam in the 7th. 1 run on just 1 hit. There were 3 walks in the inning and 3 men left on base. So we have completed 7 full innings. It's Liberty 11, Middle Tennessee 3. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
Like many years ago, Major League Baseball did not start their season until April. And we mentioned the First game of the season with Aaron's career-tying home run. That was in 1974. In 1989, Tommy John started for the Yankees on opening day. He was 45 years old. Set a modern major league record by appearing in his 26th season. Now that was later surpassed by Nolan Ryan. But Tommy John, at age 45, won his 287th game opening day 1989 over the Minnesota Twins. New pitcher for Liberty is McCluster. See if we can give you some numbers on him. Pitching to Eston Snyder. The count will go to 1-1. Josh McClusker, a right-hander, junior out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. McClusker appearing in his 12th game, 2-0 with a 4.08 earned run average. Swing and a foul out of play. McClusker, right-hander. Josh McCluster. And Snyder swings and misses. Strike three. One out in the eighth. Brett Rogers will step in, has a single in 3 trips. Got an infield hit in the 6th inning. Liberty leading 11-3. Pitches outside, ball 1 to Rogers. Right-hander delivers. Strike called, 1-1. Center fielder playing very shallow and shaded into left center. Other 2 outfielders about straight away. Fly ball to right. That'll be Troyer to make the catch for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down in the 8th. The batter is Tyler Minnick. Tyler looking for his first hit today is 0 for 3. And the pitch right down Main Street for a call strike. 0-1. Ball 1 is outside to Minnick. The Raiders were blanked for 6 innings by the starter Mathewson. Outside ball 2, 2-1. And McClusker with a pitch. Misses outside, ball 3. They're keeping the ball away from Tyler. 3-1 the count. Bondolan waiting to hit next. And McClusker with a pitch, swung on, hit foul, and that's going to be out of play. Count will go full, 3-2. Game 2 of the series scheduled for 1 o'clock tomorrow. We'll have our pregame show at 12:45, and there's ball 4. So Minnick will draw a 2-out walk here in the 8th inning. The batter will be Brett Bondolan. Kevin Nichols coaching at third, Ryan Huber at first. They haven't had a lot of work today as far as base runners. Ball driven into left field, a base hit. That's Von Dolan's third hit. And the Raiders have first and second now with 2 outs. That is the first hit off McClusker. First and second, 2 outs for Clay Badalak. Singled and scored in the 7th. He's 1 for 3. Come on, hit to second base. Nice pickup there by second baseman Early, and we'll throw him out at first for the 3rd out. So that's all for the Raiders in the 8th inning. A couple of base runners, but that's about it. No runs, a hit, and 2 left. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Liberty 11 and Middle Tennessee 3 as you listen to Blue Raider baseball from Van Wagner.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the MTSU Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Reese Smith Jr. Field. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member service. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit www.mtemc.com to learn more. And that scoreboard, light it up, Blue Raiders.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Jack Fortner will be back for the Raiders. He allowed a run in the 7th on a bases-loaded walk, but finished the 7th inning with back-to-back strikeouts with the bases loaded. Here's Seth Christmas, the catcher, has a home run, single, walk, and he's flied to deep center field. Righty against righty. And Fortner's first pitch right in there for a strike, 0-1 to Christmas. (11-3), the Raiders down. Here in the bottom of the 8th, pitch missed inside for a ball, 1-1. Fortner ready with a 1-1 pitch. And swung on, pop foul right side. That was going to drift out of play. It'll be up on the hill, and the youngsters scrambling after that ball. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to Christmas. The pitch, ground ball to second. Cale Vincent has it over to first in time, and that is out number 1 here in the 8th inning. One out, and the batter is London Seeley, third baseman. Base is empty, and the pitch from Fortner swung on line to right field for a base hit. Rogers plays it on one hop. It is the second hit given up by Fortner. The batter is Robertson.
Now batting the center fielder, Michael Robertson.
Robertson has been on base twice. Still has no hits. It's hit by a pitch and hit into a fielder's choice. The runner going first goes, and no throw as the ball popped out of Minnick's mitt as he was getting ready to throw to second. So that'll be a stolen base for Sealy. And a ball one count to Robertson. Robertson, the number 9 hitter for the Flames. And the pitch. Swung on, driven into right field. That's a base hit. Rogers plays it on one hop. The runner coming home, and no throw. Clapp cut the throw off, but ball hopped out of his mitt, so never had a chance to throw it to the plate. Might have had a chance to get that runner. So Robertson with an RBI single will make it 12-3. Second run given up by Fortner. Coach Myers on his way to the mound. We've had Bingham throwing in the bullpen. So now runner at first with one out. And the leadoff man, Cal Early, is going to be the batter. And what are you going to tell your pitcher when the guy comes up 5 for 5? And we are going to, we're not going to have a pitching change. Cal Early steps to the plate. 5 for 5. And a lot of his at-bats, he has swung at either the first or second pitch. Left-handed hitter, a freshman. Native of Virginia. So a runner at first with one out, throw over there, and he's back. Swings and hits this one in the left center field, and Snyder on the run makes a running catch in deep right center, and we finally got him out, but it took a very good play by Eston Snyder. That's out number 2. The batter is Tanner Marsh. He's 0 for 4 and has one walk. In fact, Fortner walked him back in the 7th inning. Two outs, runner at first. One run in here in the 8th. Throw to first, runner back. Fortner with the pitch. Missed inside, ball 1. To Tanner Marsh. Second year with the Flames. Low and inside, throw to second, and it gets into center field, but the runner will not advance. Snyder came in to back it up quickly. So that'll be a stolen base for Robertson. And the count 2-0 to Marsh. It's basically a game-winning run at second base in a 12-3 game with 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Strike called, 2-1. A swing and a miss, 2-2 the count. Jack Fortner, the 5th pitcher used by the Raiders today. Jenkins started. Went 3 2/3. Ground ball to short. Clapp has it. And the throw to first, not in time. He beat it out. That was a slow hopper. And Clapp had to go in the hole to field it. Marsh beat the throw. That's his first hit in the game. And over to third goes Robertson. That's the 4th hit off Portner. The batter is Sorensen. 2 walks. Builder's choice, fly ball, strikeout. Still looking for his first hit today. Left-handed hitter. Takes it low and inside for ball 1. There's a strike. Caught the outside corner, 1-1 to Sorensen. Liberty is 14-4 at home this season. And the runner at first goes, and a ball hit to center field. That'll be a base hit, and that will effectively end the game. 10-run rule. So the Flames score 2 in the 8th, and the game winner on Sorensen's first hit of the afternoon. It came off Jack Fortner. So in the inning, 2 runs on 3 hits and 1 left. So the final score will be Liberty 13 and Middle Tennessee 3. We'll take a break and we'll come back with our postgame show. That'll be coming up next on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
WGNS, the flagship station.
Today's game is in the books, and it's time to recap the action in the Blue Raider postgame show. Today's broadcast on the Blue Raider Network has been brought to you in part by Will Fraley, attorney at law, and by Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Tim Page, and Chip Walters. Let's head to the ballpark for today's Blue Raider postgame show.
Well, the final score today is Liberty 13, Middle Tennessee 3. The Blue Raiders fall to 15-14 on the season, 2-5 in conference play, while Liberty picks up their 20th win of the season. They are 20-11 and now 3-4 in conference play. Haven't got the official box yet, but unofficially the final totals for Liberty: 13 runs, 17 hits, no errors. They strand 11. And for the Blue Raiders, 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, 5 men left on base. Liberty opened with a 4-0 advantage in the first inning. All of the runs coming off the starter, Will Jenkins, who takes the loss. And then after a scoreless second inning, the Flames added 2 more runs in the third for a 6-0 lead. came back with 3 in the 4th inning as Jenkins was chased, and Matthew Driver came in to end the inning, but it was 9-0 after 4 innings. They picked up their 10th run in the 6th inning, and that was on a leadoff home run by Troyer off Garrett Sims, and that made it 10-0. But the Raiders came back and got 3 runs in the top of the 7th on a 3-run home run by designated hitter Kenny McKinley. That was his 4th of the year. That made it 10-3. Going into the bottom of the 7th inning, 1 run scored by the Flames there to make it 11-3, and then they win it with 2 runs in the 8th inning as Sorensen got his first hit of the game with runners at first and second, and actually drove in the run Robertson from second base to end the game. So 13-3 is the final, and Liberty will take a 1-0 lead in the 3-game series going into tomorrow's game Saturday afternoon, scheduled for 1 o'clock Murfreesboro time, 12:45 for our pregame show. It'll be Chandler Alderman pitching for the Raiders tomorrow. Don't know who the pitcher is going to be for Liberty, but we certainly hope he wasn't as good as the one tonight, as Dylan Mathewson, making his 11th start of the season, goes 6 scoreless innings, allowed only 3 hits, 1 walk, and had 6 strikeouts. He's the strikeout leader in Conference USA, and he wins the game, his 2nd win against 1 loss this season. 13-3 the final. So until tomorrow, we'll join you at 12:45 for the pregame show. Hope you'll be with us then. Final score again today from Worthington Field in Lynchburg, Virginia, is Liberty 13, Middle Tennessee 3. Thanks to everybody. Jackson Smith has been our studio producer. Wayne Gross is our transportation director and in charge of checking the bullpen out for us. And we will see you tomorrow with more Blue Raider baseball. Until then, Dick Plummer wishing you a pleasant good afternoon from the ballpark.
Thanks for listening to today's Middle Tennessee State University baseball game. Today's game has been produced by Van Wagner College through the facilities of WGNS Radio. The content of today's game is owned by Van Wagner College and the Blue Raider Network and may not be reproduced without express written permission of Middle Tennessee State University and Van Wagner College. Be sure to join us next time for more Middle Tennessee baseball here on the Blue Raider Network.
A Murfreesboro man has been indicted and arrested in connection with a fatal multi-vehicle crash